To set means exploring English, to explore English through UN and SBMPTN. Yeah, the 5 are, yes, we have identifying social function. Yeah. Number one is identifying social functions, or sometimes we call it the purpose of the text. And the second is getting understanding. It means it is asking your comprehension of the problem. Number three, sometimes we have to restate statement, or sometimes we have to give our conclusion, or even we summarize the text. And number four is identifying main ideas or topics. And number five is finding meaning, can be the synonym or sometimes antonym, and sometimes we have the reference of a word. Next. Yeah, but before we really start discuss problems of the NNSVMBTN, let me have a kind of an analysis that I have already made myself. It is actually my own opinion about UN versus SBMPTN. We know that UN, or National Examination, is actually a test that covers almost all kinds of text. It can be short functional text and major text. And sometimes we have little language features. And it means that material are all the things that been given during the study at SMA. Uh, but SBMPTN will not test any kinds of things, any material or all material that SMA students have learned, but I think that the text tested at SBMPTN is just a few kinds of methods, and there is not no functional testing. The second aim, or the purpose, the objective of the test itself, and it's meant for measuring, and it's meant for measuring students' mastery of English during their study at senior high school, while at the end it's meant to select students to enter a certain university. From that reason, it will influence the level of difficulty. UN is not as difficult as the means the level of lower, or it's not as high as MBTN. But of course, uh, MBTN has higher level of because the aim is different, the purpose is different. Yes, I think that's all. Next. Now we are going to start with the first problem. Yes, the type of problems is by identifying social function, or we sometimes have purpose of the writer to have the text. Now, look at the text. Do you know what the text is? Can you guess what the text is? Anyone wants to guess? Procedural text. Good. But what do you think of the real procedural text? As far as you know, procedural text is sometimes written in a sets of series of instructions. But this text is also procedural text. And when the test is asking to identify social function, the problem will be as follows. Yeah. So when it is asking social function, this can be the purpose. Or we sometimes have communication. By having a text, there is a question, and there are five options, and which we think is the best choice. Okay. Why do you think it to inform the readers? What makes you choose that answer? Yes, actually the answer is A, right? But we must know that when we choose an option, we have something to consider. Text. Yeah. When we say this informing the readers, we have this that this text is addressed to us, the readers, or anybody who reads the text. Your primary and just a procedure, we will not have the more detailed method to it. Let's say, if it is a series of instruction, you will just get them to sit down, get them to lean forward. It's like, yeah. But in this case, it is a little explanation of each step, each instruction. It means it can be a method, and it is addressed to the reader. Next. The second point still have the same text, but the text can be made to different types of problems. When first we have identifying the purpose of the social function, now with the same text, we are having different type of problem. That is, yeah, yeah, this is another type of question asking us, the reader, to think or to think more critically or to think deeper, because actually the answer is not clearly or is not directly stated on the text. Let's say, in case of nose bleeding, if the person speaks, blah, blah, blah. And do you know what? Looking back at the text, yeah. If the person speaks, in case of nose bleeding, if the person speaks, what do you think will happen to him or them? Which paragraph do you think that may support the answer? Paragraph 4. Encourage them not to speak. Swallow, cough, yeah, speak. Swallow, cough, spit, or sniff because this may break blood clots that may have started to form in the nose. Implicitly, we can say that if the person speaks, he or she, atau his or, what do you think? Do you remember the options? Yeah, which one do you think that?
Inggris. Hah? Bahasa Inggris, Bu. Ya, tapi nanti saja malah lebih pun lebih kok.
Yeah, yes, yeah, right. His or her blood clot is not formed. This is another way to say that the person, the blood clot breaks. Blood clot. What do you think of the function of blood clot in this case? Someone is experiencing nose bleeding. When the clot breaks, means that the bleeding stops. So blood clot has the function to stop the bleeding of the nose. What do you call nose bleeding in bahasa Indonesia? Mimisan, ya. Okay, next. Yes, another source of the problem. Still, we have the type of getting understanding, but now I have taken from SPMPTN 2017. It's a quite a long text, and can you guess why I did all full text here? Yes, because the problem, one of the problems still asked.
You can connect me.
Yes, when you look at question number 1.
Like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there.
Question number 1 asks the preceding paragraph before the passage. So in SPMPTN, this kind of question is always asked. So sometimes it is asking the preceding paragraph, means the paragraph that is before the passage, and sometimes it is asking the following paragraph or the paragraph that is after the passage. Now, it is asking the paragraph preceding the passage. How do you think of the answer if there is this kind of question? Look, let's do excellent. Yes, because it is asking the preceding paragraph, it means that we must look at which paragraph? The first paragraph. The first paragraph starts with the word the second advantage. It means you can guess the paragraph before the text is the first advantage. It means the first paragraph, the preceding paragraph most likely discusses how many advantage? One, yeah. One advantage of herbal medicine. Next. Yeah, so which one do you think is the answer? E, yes, right. Yeah. One advantage of herbal as medicines. And The second question is still asking you to think deeper. The question is, based on the passage, the more complicated the manufacturing process, the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, kembali ke teks. This question will be about which paragraph? When it is asking about price, maybe paragraph 4. Yeah. Herbal remedies are absolutely inexpensive and sometimes blah blah blah. Unlike pharmaceutical drugs, means there is the comparison of herbal medicines and pharmaceutical drugs. What do you think about? It is not clearly stated there, right? But you must think deeper about it. So, by having, unlike pharmaceutical drugs, herbal remedies have no manufacturing cost. It means when it is now asking the manufacturing drugs or pharmaceutical drugs, the higher the manufacturer, means what will happen to the drug. Yeah. The more complicated the manufacturing process, the higher the price of the medicine, yes. But herbal medicines will cost nothing even. Because what do you think of herbal medicine? The materials can be obtained anywhere. Everyone can get it easily. Even we can plant it ourselves at home and at our garden. So we don't need any cost to produce the medicines. Okay, next. Yeah, still having the same text. Now it is asking you to summarize. What is the best summary? How to summarize? Do you know what to summarize? In Bahasa Indonesia we say merangkum. Now, what do you think of merangkum or summarize? The summary must cover all of the information throughout the text. So when the text is talking about the advantages of herbal medicines or herbal remedies, they have many purposes, and about it is easy to obtain, having low price or even free, and can be applied by any level of age, yeah? Any level of age group. So which one do you think that is the best choice of the question? A, right? Yes, because the text contains all of the things and it is summarized in the answers. Okay, next. Yeah, and the next part of the text is restating statement. So there will be statement and you are asked to restate. To restate means you can say in other sentence or other phrases or other words. Yeah, look at this is short text about the expanding use of light at night. And the text asks, which of the following best restates humans are diurnal animals? What do you mean by, do you think that you have a question? We are humans, but how can we called animals. According to Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary, so one of the meaning of animals can be any living creatures, including human beings. So don't say that you are compared to animals. No, you are not compared to lion or tigers. No, but animals in this case is actually human being also. Yeah. But what is asked here is how to restate humans are diurnal animals. Yeah, from this. Yeah, humans are diurnal animals. What is meant by diurnal? Is it a strange word to you? Diurnal means daylight, actually. That. What do you? How do you understand this text? The expanding use of light at night is because humans are diurnal animals. Humans are actually creatures that active during daylight. But what is meant by this text? The expanding use of light is because we human beings are also active at night, yeah, when actually or usually or commonly night is dark, but we still do our activities. So we need light. But we are actually diurnal animals. We just actually can be active at day, during the day. Yeah, so the statement humans are diurnal animals. Humans are daylight active creatures. Yeah? Okay. Yes. And we still have restating statement, but now for different texts. Now look at the text, try to understand it. Can you guess what the text is about? What is meant by green movement? Green movement. What is meant by the word green in this case? It's something related to environment or nature. How to, yeah, what can you guess? The green movement in this case. What kind of activity that people may do? People or human beings try to save the environment by having, what is that here? Yeah? It's about global warming and zero emission. Yeah. Zero emission means it is the time for people to reduce or to decrease the emission means people are supposed to use less. Yeah. When it says, yeah, which include global warming and zero emissions, are causing everyday people to look for ways to reduce their carbon footprint. It's a kind of a term or an idiomatic expression, yeah. Carbon footprint. It means that we must think of our activity so that we will not produce more emission and that will cause pollution. This that purchasing environmentally friendly property, environmentally friendly property it's a good investment for those who are concerned about their own health and the well-being of the earth. So whatever we do to save environment, it means it is for us ourselves.
Apa jadi hijauan?
Yeah.
Loh, kok ngomong gitu?
Next question. Okay, when the question says this, which of the following best on in
Maaf, SMA satu Batu mohon di tembok. Oh iya. SMA satu Batu mohon.
Instead of the sentence, the green movement.
Okay, how to say the sentence? The green movement is catching on in many pockets of the world. What do you guys do in pockets in this case? When we look back to the text,
Dalam berbagai hal,
people are now doing
many people consider
it
it crucial to have
friendly or environmentally friendly property. Yeah. They purchase, that means that they spend money. Means it is something related with the pockets as well. Why do you think people do so? Because they are aware of the condition of the earth or the environment. So they do more friendly activities. It means that when you are asked to restate the statement, which one is the best? Do you think that it is just for the environmentalists? No, it's for people, everybody. Everyone should understand the effect, just understanding without doing anything. Related to the word pocket means that they spend their own money. It means that they actually that is a real activities done by people, because people think that having friendly environment is actually important. So, A, yeah. Many people consider it crucial or very important or something urgent to have eco-friendly environment. Yeah. And I think many schools in Indonesia are now also do this kind of activity. Yeah? We have Adwiyata, yeah? It means that we are supposed to be aware of the safe environment. It means actually will come back to ourselves for our own safety actually. Okay, next.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the next kind or the next type of problems is identifying main ideas. What do you say main ideas in bahasa Indonesia? Ide pokok atau pokok pikiran. Sometimes it is said pikiran utama, ya. Yeah. There is a text. Can you guess what the text is? What kind of text is it? Narrative, yes. The narrative is considered to be what narrative? Because if we talk about narrative, there will be some kind of it. We have fairy tale, we have folklore, we have legends. So what do you think of this? It can be a legend, yeah? It's happening late, yeah. Story of that is the story.
Atas nama Ika, mohon di table suaranya Ika.
Gak jeneng aku Kak Ru. Apa
Saudara Ika, mohon di table. Suaranya di table Ika.
Okay. When you look at the question,
Teman-teman siswa, teman siswa,
SMA Taman Siswa di mute dulu. SMA Taman Siswa di mute dulu mic-nya.
yeah, the question asks the main idea of the first paragraph. Yeah, the first paragraph. Yeah. Yeah, and the narrative usually starts with once upon a time. Now, what do you think of the main idea of the paragraph? The main idea is actually a sentence in a paragraph that is supported with some other details. So we can say that, okay, I'll try to mix with bahasa Indonesia. Main idea atau pokok pikiran atau pikiran utama itu kalimat utama yang akan punya pendukung. Ya? So a sentence that is supported with many other details. Now, which one do you think is more supportive? Generous old woman who helped the poor boy? A hungry and weak boy? A hungry and weak boy. Poor, beauty, and smelly. He was very hungry and weak. He knocked at every door and asked for some food. Weak and hungry, because it is supported with the sentence that, yeah, he knocked at every door and asked for some food, but nobody cared about him. What about B? If there is someone answer B, nobody cared about the poor boy.
SMA Muhammadiyah 1, mohon di mute dulu suaranya. SMA 1 Muhammadiyah 1, dimatikan dulu suaranya.
Yeah. What about when there is a question? What about B? Do you agree with B? No. What is your reason, or is there any explanation why B is not the answer? Because actually there was still someone, yeah, who cared for him. That was the old woman. Yeah. So, and what do you think, C, D, and E? Do you think that the information is not stated in the text? Yes, it is, but they are just the supporting details, not the main idea. Yeah. Yes. So the answer is hungry and a weak boy. Next. Yeah. This is another text, but still about identifying.
SMA 2 Lumajang sama SMA Muhammadiyah 1 Sumeneb, mohon suaranya di mute dulu. SMA 1 Sumeneb, mohon. SMA Muhammadiyah 1 Sumeneb, mohon di mute.
Okay. Now, when you look at this text, can you guess what the text is? The dangers of typing SMS while driving. An exposition, okay. Do you know what exposition do you think? Because exposition is actually has two types. We have analytical and hortatory exposition. Yeah. And the analytical, it is actually analytical because we have the analysis, the reasons why typing SMS while driving is dangerous. And compared to hortatory, hortatory is having recommendation at the end of the text. Yeah, the dangers. Do you agree that typing while driving is dangerous? Yes. But I think that many people still do. Yeah. So the dangerous consequences is already stated here. Yeah. This is the data from National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported that in that year, driver destruction was the cause of 18% of all fatal crashes, with 3,092 people killed, and crashes resulting in an injury with 416,000 wounded. That is the fact, because that is the real dangers of typing while driving. And according to the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute, it is found that text messaging creates a crash risk 23 times worse compared to the normal driving without any distraction, without any texting. So the risk of people driving while typing while driving has the risk of 23 times. Risikonya 23 kali lebih buruk daripada berkendara tanpa gangguan. The destruction is actually made or caused by the driver itself. And 11% of driver age, I think it is your age, yeah, who were involved in an automobile accident and survived admitted they were sending or receiving an SMS. They crashed, yeah. Destructive driving endangers life and property. And yeah, levels of injury and loss are unacceptable. This is
Mohon di mute dulu.
Yeah, this is the question based on the text that we have already discussed. The main idea of the passage. So it is a little bit different with what you had before. Even though it's all about identifying main ideas, sometimes the main ideas is identified in one paragraph, but this question is asking you to say what is the main idea of the whole passage. It does not come to a certain paragraph. Yeah, the main idea of the passage is, yes, we say that it is risky to text while driving. Yeah? The risk of texting while driving, because the text has already given the facts, the dangers of typing while driving. Next. Yes, and then the next type, yeah, of the problem in UN or SPM-PTN, sometimes it is asking you to find meaning. The meaning can be synonym or antonym, and reference of words means the question may ask you to find what a word refers to. Yeah, yeah. There is a short text about kangaroos. Okay. Yes, kangaroos. Oh. Yes. This means the female kangaroo has external pouch here on the front of the body. Even though we don't know what the meaning of pouch, but I think we can guess. Because we have already known kangaroo. We have our own description. We can describe what kangaroo is like, yeah? So in this case, the word pouch means. And what do you think the function of the pocket or pouch? To keep. Do you think that the people need to keep something in her pockets? The baby, yeah. It will be used to keep the baby safe. Yeah. I think kangaroo does not need to keep money in their pockets. Yes, next. Next. Yeah. And this is different. I mean, finding not the meaning, but reference. Yeah, reference of words. There is a text, short text, and try to give the reference word of they. Yeah. They are safe indeed, but how about safety of others? The word they refers to the drivers. Yeah. Besides, the drivers wearing the seatbelt will think that they are completely safe. So they may drive carelessly. They are safe. So the word they in the text refers to the drivers. Yeah, so C is the. Yeah, I think it is still having the same thing to do, but we have another text. This short text is actually taken from the long text. I just take from one paragraph because I will have this word to give the meaning to. The signs of panic disorder includes a fast heartbeat, sweaty hands, difficulty breathing, and a lightheaded feeling. What is meant lightheaded in Bahasa Indonesia? Pusing, yeah, pusing. So in this case, lightheaded can be meant dizzy. Yes. Okay, another text. Can you guess what the short text is? Between the two obvious main plunges. Plunges? Do you know what plunges is? It's a kind of apa ya? Air yang jatuh di kolam gitu ya. Main plunges, there are a series of 5 smaller plunges collectively referred to as the middle cascades. It is the name of a waterfall, yeah? Middle cascades. Because there are some waterfalls, or do you think you have been familiar with Grojogan Sewu? Yeah, it seems that it is not just a waterfall, but can be some or many waterfalls. Okay, and then because of the narrow shape of the gorge in which these drops occur and the lack of public access, they are rarely noted. So the word "they" here refers to what? The plunges, the chords are all referred to the major cascades. And because of the narrow shape of the chords and the lack of public access, they are rarely noted. So they here refers to major cascades. Nah, itu plunges, chords itu kan semua menunjukkan, mendeskripsikan the middle cascades. Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think that the middle cascades readily noted or readily paid attention, or maybe not many people know the middle cascades? Yeah, because of the lack of public access. Yeah, the access to the places is lack, and the narrow shape of gorge. Gorge is a kind of apa ya, lembah atau ngarai gitu ya. Ya. Jadi yang akses menuju ke sana itu tidak tersedia. Kemudian jalannya mungkin ada yang jurang seperti jurang yang curam ya. So they are rarely noted. The cascades are not noted well. Yeah. Are not known well. Yeah. Well, I think it's all about the material that I tried to present this afternoon. Maybe there can be questions, or no one wants to ask, or maybe someone wants to ask a question here.
Baik, terima kasih Ibu Nani atas penjelasannya. Ada sekolah lain yang mau bertanya, silakan teknisnya yang mau bertanya mute-nya di unmute ya, kemudian bertanya. Setelah itu mohon kalau sudah selesai pertanyaan dan jawabannya nanti di mute lagi. Silakan SMAN 1 Tenggarang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Lisa. I'm from SMA 1 Tenggarang. Senior. I want to ask, your suggestion is, I have a hard time to remembering the grammar. You know, kind of like subject plus verb one and object or kind of thing. But I didn't put myself in any hard time when I'm speaking with English. You know, like I'm speaking English so bluntly. Sometimes I do the exam according to my instinct. And what's your suggestion is, am I have to just keeping up my speaking with English little by little, improving it, or I just learning the grammar from the beginning? Thank you.
Okay, I think to develop your speaking, you just speak. Because in speaking, we don't need the exact grammar. So don't worry about the grammar. Just go on speaking, continue speaking, and make sure that someday someone will correct you. Don't ever bother with your grammar. And of course, when you speak, I think grammar can be used perfectly when you are writing, but not speaking. Yeah. So don't worry, just continue and keep speaking in English. Thank you.
Oke, thank you. SMA 1 Tenggara gimana? Kalau sudah oke, yang mungkin yang sekolah yang lainnya ada yang mau?
I'm satisfied with that with the answer. Thank you very much.
Silakan. Mungkin sekolah yang lain ada yang mau ditanyakan?
SMA 15 mau bertanya.
15 Surabaya. Silakan.
Hello, my name is Amelia from SMI Surabaya.
Maaf, suaranya nggak kedengaran, Bu Firda.
Oke, sebentar Pak. Oke, masuk.
Hello, my name is Amelia from SMI 15 Surabaya. I want to ask something. Sometimes it gets difficult to differentiate this function between analytical exposition and hortatory exposition. So, would you explain it to us? What is the differentiation about it? Thank you.
I think I have already tried to differentiate when both are talking about what we call a thesis. That can be a topic, and then give the reason why the topic is so. I mean, there will be arguments of the writer. The writer will say whether he agrees or disagrees with the topic, and then they analyze. Yeah, the writer analyzes, and then later we have a kind of what we call reiteration. That means the conclusion of the argument. That is analytical. But in hortatory, we also have the same topic, and it is supported with the arguments. There, it is not a conclusion, but there is a recommendation from the writer whether the reader should do or should not do with the topic. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Oke, gimana SMA 15 Surabaya?
Sudah jelas kok.
Oke, terima
Thank you for your
kasih.
answer.
Oke, thank you. Berikutnya dari mana? SMA 1 Pare? Ya, silakan.
Halo.
Suaranya nggak jelas. Ini Pare. Suaranya nggak ada. Oke, berikutnya aja untuk SMA 1 Pare, mohon suaranya diperbaiki dulu. Yang lain, nanti 2 sekunde.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hai, silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Silakan.
Apa yang
SMA 1 Pare, silakan. Mohon yang tidak bertanya, suaranya di disable dulu. Mohon dimatikan dulu suaranya yang tidak bertanya. Silakan yang mau bertanya, SMA 1 Pare, silakan. Mohon maaf, suaranya nggak ada.
How to scan and skim the text and answer
Maaf, suaranya tidak kedengaran, Mbak. SMA 1 Pare, suaranya tidak kedengaran. Tidak jelas di sini. Mungkin bisa diperbaiki dulu audionya. Sekolah yang lain mungkin? SMA Hang Tua?
Ya.
Silakan. Pak Akin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before that, I'm sorry because my question is out of I'm forget. Before that, my name is Almira Tasya. I'm from SMLExplore 1 Surabaya. And before I start, I'm sorry because my question is under the out of topic. So my question is, Ma'am, are you prefer with
There is a trouble with the audio.
Are you prefer with someone who can master the grammar, or the opposite, or someone who can speak fluently in English? Thank you.
Pertanyaannya belum jelas, Mbak.
I'm sorry before that, ma'am. I'm just need what's your opinion about someone who can speak even their grammar not really good, or with the opposite.
As I told you, someone from
Thank you, ma'am.
Grammar. As long as you just know it, try to and you while you're speaking and all the grammar. But learn grammar that you before speaking, learn grammar that
Kak, bukan tasbih panggil, pakai mus. Ada mus nggak?
keep speaking.
Taman siswa, mohon maaf.
HP. Lagi canggih lah kau. Kenapa kok jadi seperti ini? Ya,
Taman siswa, mohon maaf.
jaringan.
Taman siswa.
Ada Pak gambar telepon. Yang tidak bersuara. Ini mau tanya? Aku yang nanya.
Terima kasih, Pak.
Ada lagi? Gimana SMA? Apa masih mau?
We just want to give some information. The font of that is too small, so
Itu kayak melihat kelihatan.
Kita mohon suaranya
Baru
silakan SMA.
Pak SMA 2 mau tanya Pak. SMA 2 Pak mau tanya.
Hello, bro. I want to ask about expression like suggestion, opinion, interest,
Ya, silakan Pak ulangi. Di unmute.
excuse me. We just want to give some suggestion.
Aduh, Bojonegoro. Silakan Pak Rey. SMA Pak Rey. Yang tadi siapa? Semada Pak Rey ya. Silakan di unmute dulu.
SMA 2 Nganjuk, Pak.
Oke. SMAN 2 Nganjuk, silakan. Pak Rey sebentar ya. Silakan. Di mute dulu. Pak Rey di mute dulu.
Iya. Benar, videonya.
Nganjuk. SMAN 2 Nganjuk.
Yes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yusrahul Azhar Pambudi from SMA Negeri 2 Nganjuk. I want to ask something. What is the purpose of analytical exposition and what is structure of analytical exposition? Thanks.
I think I have also already said that analytical exposition has the structure of the thesis, it can be a problem or a topic, and then supported with the arguments, and later at the end it has reiteration or the conclusion of the arguments. While the rotatory exposition, it has also the thesis, argument, but it has recommendation at the end. Okay, that is different.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Terima kasih SMAN 2 Nganjuk. Silakan di mute lagi ya. Berikutnya, Mada Pare.
Hello, Lupa Senior High School. I want to ask about expression like suggestion and opinion in transitional and interpersonal about social function, text structure, and language feature all exist in basic competence. We want to know more about it. Please explain more about it. Thank you.
Will you make your questions clear? Don't speak too fast.
I want to ask about expression like suggestion and opinion, interactional and interpersonal, about social function, text structure, and related feature. Always exist in basic competence. We want to know more about it. Please explain more about it. Thank you.
You are asking about the basic competence or competency dasar, yeah? So in English, it is asking us to develop. Sometimes we apply the social function, the language structure, the text structure, and the language feature. Of course, it is when we are learning a text, when we are discussing a text, there are three things that we must pay attention. The social function means the purpose. The writer of a text has the purpose. Let's say when we have a narrative, it's to entertain or to amuse the readers. When we have descriptive text, it is describing an object. When we have report text, we have the description of something general with scientific information. And the text structure means the generic structure actually. That the text will have different structures. So let's say narrative will have orientation, complication, and orientation, complication, and sometimes we have reorientation, and then we have the moral value there, and descriptive, we have identification, and then general description, so on and so forth. And the language features is actually a certain grammar stated or used in a text. We have so many language features. It can be about the language aspects. Let's say we have noun, verbs, or adjective, and so on and so forth. Sometimes we have certain grammar that is used in the text. Let's say when the text is talking about facts, we have present tense. When it is a recount text, because it is talking about happening in the past, we have past tenses. Yeah, I think so.
Gimana? Mada Pare, apa masih ada yang mau ditanyakan?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. SM, SM,
Mada Pare gimana?
Gimana?
Pare.
SMA 1 SMA 1 Tenggarong, Pak.
Mada Pare gimana? Udah jelas? Sebentar, Tenggarang sebentar. Mada Pare udah jelas?
What about if it's an expression?
Gimana?
Benar.
Mohon maaf, SMAN terpadu Bojonegoro. Sudah saya mute berkali-kali. Di mute dulu. Suaranya di disable. SMAN 1 terpadu. Jangan di unmute ya. Sudah saya unmute.
Okay, expressions used is actually, it is the language used. Means this is the way we communicate with people in real life using English. Let's say when we are going to have our opinion, we have the expression of I think, I don't think, let's say like that. Or when we, in an opinion, we also sometimes have our agreement or disagreement by saying, if we agree to something, we will say, I agree with you. If you disagree, we'll say, I disagree. Or it's not a good idea that something like that. Yeah? So expressions is actually the way we communicate in English in the form of transactional or interpersonal. Thank you.
Oke, gimana? Mada Pare?
Thank you very much.
Oke, you're welcome.
Assalamualaikum.
Tenggarang.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nala Chaya Putri from SML1 Tenggarang. I want to ask something about the main idea. Can you tell us about the how catch the main idea? Because I think um, I I read all of the text. It makes me waste the time. Thank you.
Yeah, if you followed my explanation for the very beginning, I think you already. I hope that you have already got the idea. Main idea or in bahasa Indonesia it is that kata utama means a sentence that is not always at the beginning of a paragraph, at the middle or at the end. But the point is, main idea is actually a sentence that is supported with some other sentences in a paragraph. So that the paragraph will have one idea. Okay? Have you got?
Yeah, I catch it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oke, thank you. Oke, tadi lagi
Cek,
mungkin
cek, cek.
dari mana?
Sama negeri satu Pare.
Pade lagi silakan. Ya, SMA satu Pade.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me kindly introduce myself. My name is Simanovia Widya Putri from SMA Negeri 1 Pare. I have some question to ask. My question is how to scan and skim the text and answering the question quickly because we have limited time and usually many of students not really understand the text. Thank you.
Yeah, talking about scanning and scanning. Scanning is it means that you try to get idea, okay? And skimming is try to analyze. I mean, sometimes information in the text can be read directly. That is called explicit, and sometimes we need to have implicit information. When it is implicit means it is set to skim, ya. We can read between lines. Jadi ada makna tersirat itu yang disebut skimming. While scanning, that you will get the global information. Yes, I think so.
Terima kasih.
Oke. Nah, ada berikutnya. Satu lagi. Sudah ya?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Fikri Kuning. I want to ask you about the narrative expectations. Right answer is A. Beside an first paragraph, there is the generous woman help poor boy. But I think the generous woman who helps him is the point to beside the poor boy. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mohon maaf bisa diulangi? Suaranya nggak jelas tadi.
I want to ask you about narrative text questions. Why the answer is A. Beside on the first paragraph, there is the generous woman help the poor boy. But I think the generous woman who helped him is the point too. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
What do you mean by point? Point 2, point 1, what do you mean by that? Give me the options.
Narrative text question.
Yes, you mean point 1 is the option A? You mean like that?
The option is A, right?
Yeah.
I think on the first paragraph, there is the generous woman who helped the poor boy. I think this is the point too. So I wanna
Remember that we asked the main idea, you know? The main idea is a sentence that is supported with some other sentence. But when we talk about the generous woman, it's just a sentence that actually the supporting. But the sentence that is having us, I mean, Another information, additional information is that a boy was hungry and weak. It is supported with the fact that he knocked at the people's door and asked for food. Nah, itu yang dianggap sebagai pendukung dari kalimat the boy was hungry and weak. Sementara yang generous woman itu punya informasi tambahan. Sebenarnya itu ada di dalam teks, tapi tidak semua kalimat di dalam teks itu main idea. Ya. Main idea hanya satu kalimat. Okay, thank you.
Ya, terima kasih atas penjelasan yang disampaikan oleh Ibu Nadi untuk hari ini. Tepuk tangan semuanya. Saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh partisipan dari sekolah menengah negeri maupun ke Jawa Timur ya. Semoga pertemuan hari ini bisa berlanjut di pertemuan berikutnya dan bisa lebih baik lagi. Saya akhiri, sekian. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih ya. Jadi ya, Competence ini saya tuh tergabung di beberapa SMA dan tadi itu ada 6.
Cek, halo, halo.
Halo.
SMA 5 Surabaya, Pak.
Ini pemberi materinya
Mohon rekening nanti di share.
Okay, guys, that's all we have the conference program for
satu hari satu kali. Besok kosong, nanti Selasa kalau tidak Senin.
Halo, halo. Cek satu. Halo, Septi dari Semada Pare. Apakah kamu masih mengenalku? Apakah kamu masih ingat aku, Septi? Septi Semada Pare.
Ini ada kekasihmu Septi dari Semada Pare.
Halo, halo sama satu.
Ya tahu jawab. Ya digoleki gurune ya.
Masa iki dudu jawa satu.
Halo, bisa dengar ya suara saya ya? Gak dengar? Okay, what is your impression when you have a teleconference? Fans? Simase fans, what about you? Very useful. The experience that you got.
Oh, ya tergantung kono ya.
Lek njabut ben mati sik mesine. Ayo mati ya urung. Wis tan repet lah mapet baru langsung. Dan kono mati langsung gabut. Arune tambah rusak. Aja kesusu sampai mesine. Oh, beda suarane jan. Jo. Masalahnya suarane ya.
Biasanya apa di besok itu hanya dua
Karena ini tadi ada ini tiba dari SMA di Jawa. Tadi
ada
Ini siapa kuwi?
semuanya. Kebetulan yang masuk itu kelas 3. Suaranya juga putus-putus. Yang utama lagi mereka ada
water itu seperti ini nanti kamera yang sama semi
nggak sosok bukan kota kata kasih tahu
kalau cara RC saya tidak mau Pak. Nanti ngolornya kan
ada itu ke belakang ada jadi yang di SMA 508 yang bilang
Ya Mas Andi paling